No, absolutely. You know, sometimes we got to be careful what we ask for, right? The young brother, 69, he wanted to be a mega star. He wanted to be on TV. He wanted his gangster tested. You know, he got everything he wanted, right? Sometimes we got to be very careful what we ask for and how we ask for it, right? And also how we receive it. I remember Brother A.A. Rashid was saying one time, you got to be careful. I think it was something about the money rituals. You got to be careful how you ask for the money. You telling the universe, listen, I want this money. I want X, Y, and Z. Now, what happens if your mom's or somebody dies? You get that insurance money. You understand what I mean? So sometimes we got to be very careful of our wants and our needs, man. I feel bad for 6ix9ine. I say this, I feel bad for him, but I don't feel sorry for him at all. A lot of people say he was a kid, just that and the third. We got to know what we're getting ourselves into, man. I remember I was on Rikers Island. A young brother said to me, even getting into Islam, right? The brother, even getting into Islam, the brother said, man, you better check this out thoroughly. You have to build on this and do your research, right? So 6ix9ine, he wanted to be a part of this gang. Some people saying he was pressured into being a part of the gang. So much going on, but it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? These brothers was getting money doing their thing for about a year tops. Once they started applying the pressure on them, and I guess this young dude seen the pressure was on him, of course he tried to detach himself from them. But it's very hard when you're dealing with street politics and you're dealing with these street gangs. It's not that easy, you know what I mean? You think that you're gonna lock in with these dudes and then you're gonna lock out whenever you want. It doesn't work that way. As you can see now, the media, I didn't hear from him, the media is saying that he's scared for his family's life. But when he was doing what he was doing, he didn't think about this. This is what I'm saying. We have to think about things before we do it. You got to think about something at least 5 times before you put it into action, before you do something. Make sure we're on our best judgment. But his ex-manager shot him. 15 years. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think the brother might be about 40, 42. He comes home, you know, when he's about 60. It wasn't worth it, man. I don't think none of it was worth it. This is why I don't like to change people, right? I've been married to my wife, going on about 10, 11 years. And in the beginning, you know, you try to shape a person to how you think they should live their life, but that's up to you. You live your life the way you want to live your life, right? Don't put that on somebody else. And I believe that's what happened in this case. And it backfired. So if anything, it should be a valuable lesson learned here, man. A valuable lesson. Because I'm going to be honest, man. I thought a few of them brothers, I thought they were smarter than that. You know what I mean? Just from, hearing things about them and, knowing a little something about them. I thought a few of them brothers were smarter than that. But all it takes is one. All it takes is one person, man, to pollute the whole thing. Look at this young brother, Mel Matrix, man. He's been on the scene for a minute. I used to live in Brooklyn. I heard about his name and all of that. You know what I mean? He's been on the scene for a minute, especially with the hip hop. Jim Jones is his people's. It seemed like he was staying out of, criminal activity. Looked like he was staying out of police's way. And I know these dudes is in their cells saying, damn, how did this happen, man? It happened so quick. But when I used to watch all the shenanigans on YouTube, TMZ, I said, I'm saying, Dad, these dudes is running wild in New York. They running wild, and we know we're in a police state. We're in a camera state. There's cameras everywhere. There's cameras on me right now. It's like a big reality show. The government knew what these dudes was getting into. They knew what they was about to get into. They knew it, man. And I'm like, wow, man, is these dudes drunk or something? But the way that they was moving, the whole trayway, not the whole trayway, but the trayway, the way they was moving it, it was spooky, like on some police, tip, like, yo, how were they allowed to do all of this, what we're hearing about and what we're seeing? The feds set them up. Just like with R. Kelly, I was telling somebody, the feds is gonna get him. Once they get you, man, they lock it down, because they gotta let you come back to the streets, or they will allow you to come back to the streets so they can get more information on you, right? It's somebody in the crew that's telling, they got a wire on them, and they get more information. So now you come out to the streets and you're like, yo, we got to put this together, got to do this, got to do that. And, they need you on the streets, right, to fulfill the case more. But, it's all over. I just wanted to speak about it real quick. It's all over my timeline, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So I just wanted to speak on it. I'm going to watch the brother Mel Cross. Mel Cross has something I've seen about Jim Jones and Mel Matrix. I'm going to watch that, because that brother be dropping wisdom. And somebody else, I seen China Mac. I seen China Mac talking about something. So I'm going to go check them joints out later. And it's just a sad situation. And like I said, man, hopefully this would be a lesson, man, for the young brothers that's trying to, get into this criminal thing, or they're trying to get into gangs. And it should really be a brotherhood organization, meaning the Bloods. They should be teaching these young brothers their history about the ones they look up to: George Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali. Get a center and put these brothers in there and teach these brothers about the history, make them feel proud about themselves, instead of it's crazy, man. Like I said, it's definitely sad. Hopefully, young dude 6ix9ine, man, his family they go unharmed, because I know the radar is on them, man. They probably got his mom's crib bugged, cars bugged, and everything. It's crazy, but like I said, 6ix9ine is foul for taking down his so-called friends and then pulling people into it that ain't got nothing to do with it. That was foul. Now, when you make a decision like that to tell or whatever, that's on you, solely on you. Like I said, you should think about anything before you do it several times. Even telling, you got to think about this, man. If you're going to do this, you got to hold it down, and you got to accept your role as a rat, as a snitch, and that's that, and move on with your life. Now, one dude said, do I think that he's going to have a career when he come home? It's a possibility. Anything can happen, man. We don't know. I don't know. I'm saying I think he can. I think he can, because a lot of people knew he was a fraud. A lot of people knew he was a fraud, and he wasn't who he was saying he was on the track. People knew that already, and they still rocked with him. So they already had in his mind, yo, this dude getting a situation, we already know what's going down. Most people already knew he was going to tell. So, yeah, he could come back out. I don't think he's going to have the impact the way he had it before, because now they know he ain't gangster. They know for sure he ain't gangster like he was saying. So he's not going to have the same impact. But, I think he can do well once that machine is behind him. You understand what I mean? It's crazy.